Hi, my name is Faruk, and as you can see, I'm here in New York. This is the Apple Experience Day number 2, and Apple announced a couple of products that I am actually really excited about. Let's talk about them. Let's begin with MacBook Air M5. Just like the previous generation, MacBook Air comes in 13-inch, which starts from $1,099, or 15-inch, which starts from $1,199. And it comes in 4 colors: sky blue, silver, starlight, and midnight. You can configure the M5 in this device from 10-core CPU, 8-core GPU to 10-core CPU and 10-core GPU, and up to 32 gigabytes of RAM and up to 4 terabytes of storage. And now the minimum storage starts from 512 gigabytes. And you may have realized that when it comes to M5, the name of the performance cores is changed to Super Core, and that is actually because they did something regarding M5 Pro and M5 Max, so it's rebranded. Its efficient cores now called Super Core. So M5's 10-core CPU has 4 super cores and 6 efficiency cores. Other than that, it has N1 wireless chip in it, which allows us to have Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. Pre-order starts tomorrow and the delivery is March 11th. Now let's talk about my love, MacBook Pro. Now MacBook Pro gets M5 Pro and M5 Max chip in it. 14-inch starts from $2199 and 16-inch starts from $2699. You can get it with standard display or you can get it with nano texture display, which adds $150. The M5 Pro chip can be configured from 15-core CPU, 16-core GPU, to 18-core CPU and 20-core GPU, and M5 Max can be configured from 18-core CPU and 32-core GPU to 18-core CPU and 40-core GPU. And the unified memory goes from 48 gigabytes to 128 gigabytes. You can get it from 2 terabyte up to 8 terabyte storage. What makes M5 Pro and M5 Max stand out is the way they use this new technology. M5 Pro and M5 Max has a new fusion architecture that connects dies into a single SoC, which brings together 2 third-generation 3nm dies with high bandwidth and low latency using advanced packaging. I just read that from the press release. Everything is faster and more efficient with lower latency. That's what I'm understanding from that. And that's why the naming is changed. Instead of performance cores and efficiency cores, now we have super cores and performance cores. Also, the memory bandwidth went up to 640 gigabytes per second instead of 546. Other than that, it seems like MacBook Pro is now getting the voice isolation or wide spectrum when it comes to its own microphones, which is something I cannot wait to try. And of course, just like the MacBook Air, now it has N1 wireless chip in it, which gives us Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. And it seems like in both 14-inch and 16-inch M5 Max, have I been saying M1 this entire time? M5 Max has more battery life compared to M4 Max when it comes to streaming and web browsing when it comes to 16-inch. The pre-order starts tomorrow and March 11th is the delivery. Now, let's talk about displays because Apple announced 2 new displays. Actually, one of them is the studio display that is just upgraded a little bit. Now it has the new 12 megapixel webcam that supports the desk view. The previous one didn't have the desk view. And now it has 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports and 2 USB-C 2 ports. Previously, it had 1 Thunderbolt 3 port and 3 USB-C 2 ports. But there's also another version of the Studio Display that is called Studio Display XDR, which replaces Pro Display XDR that we know and love. The Pro Display XDR is now history, it's gone. As much as I'm sad about it, I'm also really excited about it because this thing has some crazy features. First of all, the new Studio Display XDR is mini LED. It is same size as the other Studio Display, which means it is smaller than Pro Display XDR. It has lower resolution compared to Pro Display XDR, but the maximum brightness in HDR is 2000 nits, in SDR is 1000 nits, which means this screen is going to be super bright. You can get it in standard glass or nano texture display. But our Pro stand is gone. Pro display stand is gone, which allowed us to rotate the screen for vertical editing and stuff like that. We cannot do that with this. However, you can get it with a VESA mount, and then you can do whatever you like with those. And this thing supports DICOM, which is a medical imaging preset that is used by radiologists to view diagnostic images. I read that as well. I don't even know what that is, but it is on this display now. Other than that, it's a lot more affordable compared to Pro Display XDR, which is always a good thing. So that's pretty much it from day 2. I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Apple Experience event. New York is cold. So please let me know what you think about these announcements. Is this the thing that you're interested in? What do you think about these things? Let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. And until I see you the next time, take really good care of yourselves and hoşça kalın.